Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the J&A show. Maybe that's what we should call it, the J&A show. Nah, needs to be your weight loss.
We need your weight loss in the title, I think, so they can find us. I don't know. How do they find us?
I agree. I don't even know. Like, do they go and put YWWL? Like,
Probably not.
Some people even struggle with those four letters. They put YYWL.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Actually, as we're talking about that, guys, if you could share this podcast with a friend that you think would enjoy it, or share it on your social media, wherever you're looking on your podcast, there's a way to just copy the link, send it to your friends, put it on your social media. We appreciate that so much. That lets us grow. That lets more people find our message.
Absolutely. And next year, we're going to do a party when we hit 1 million downloads. I think we put it out there. I mean, why not?
Oh, we said we were going to do it, so we're going to do it.
Exactly. I'm planning it a little bit. I think maybe we should plan before. Oh, I have something to tell you.
What?
And I even forgot to tell you about our Uber story that we ended up somewhere where we weren't supposed to end up. So maybe that's why I'm really scared, but we'll leave it for another time. But, wow, what was I going to tell you?
The party.
Oh, I started writing our book in the plane. I put in a good 2 hours, everyone. Jeff was like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, just writing our book over here. I don't even want to, he's like, he was very supportive of it. Oh, I'm so sad that, okay, guys, this is the title. I think you need to comment if you think, but I think the Diary of a Dieter is just so catchy and so fun.
It's catchy.
It's already been used. And I'm like, wait, I know nothing of that world, but like, can you have more than one book with the same title? In my mind, I'm like, there's so many books. There must be 2 books with the same title out there.
I don't think you can. And I also don't think you want to.
I see what you're saying, but it's the same thing. It's like a song. Like you write like a song title in Spotify and there's like 14,000 of the same title of a song, So like clearly it's not like you stole my song title. You know what I mean? Are you going to Google this?
Yeah. Keep talking.
Okay.
Well, that's great news. Thanks for starting our book.
Yes, exactly. I only did my chapters. You're going to have to work on yours.
Are we going with that idea of maybe we like kind of go back and forth from like my life, your life, do you start like as an early dieter?
Well, what I did was, so this is the title I have right now. I didn't look if this one's already used, but I really like it. A Dieter's Way Out. So like, it's more like basically, that you're going to get advice because it's a dieter's way out compared to like the Diary of a Dieter could just be like a story, So right. A Dieter's Way Out, and then Stop Shooting All Over Food. That's like the little title, you know what I mean? It kind of like tells you.
As we know, language is important and the title is important because you want them to kind of know what they're getting. So apparently you cannot copyright in the United States, assuming it's the same, the title of a book. So when you title your book, it's free for everyone. Like you can't copyright it.
Oh, so I could call it whatever I want to call it.
But then they said, however, if you use a title that is the same or very similar to another book, it can make it harder for your title to stand out. Because if they Google it, then their title might come up first.
Yeah. Well, this person wrote this book, I think it was over 10 years ago. So I feel like, but anyways, I really like the Diary of a Dieter, but then A Dieter's Way Out. I like the word dieter. Can you tell? I just feel like people can relate to being a dieter.
And like your way out, like that people know exactly that you used to be a dieter and now you're not a dieter anymore.
Exactly. So it's like not just my diary because I was a dieter. It's like, this is the giving advice to dieters' way out. So I like it. I think it's catchy.
Are we on the cover?
Absolutely. And I was thinking about like something where obviously there's a photo shoot, where it's like funny, clearly, but like it could even be very similar to what we did for our no meal plans, whatever. The thing billboard. On the billboard. But I was thinking more something like kind of one of us like kind of is pulling ourselves like to the side of the book. You know what I mean? Like kind of like your way out. I don't know. I didn't think that far. You're probably thinking more outfits. I'm probably thinking more how many chapters we're going to have, but I've already written. So basically like the first chapter is like, Jay's story. Like, so, I wrote 4 pages of like, I think I did great. I think I should put out page 1 out right now.
Okay.
Yeah. This is hilarious, you guys. This book is coming out in 2047, but I just had so much time to kill, and my next Grace and Frankie show had not downloaded, and I didn't want to skip the show after. I didn't want to miss that piece because I'm at the end and I didn't want to miss the show. So I was like, oh shit, I can't watch. I could have watched it. No, I couldn't. There's nothing else downloaded on my phone. So I had time, and I had brought my computer for that exact reason. I was like, if you want to sit and write, you can write. You know how I like to write posts. I like to you know what I mean? Felt like I was so good, but then like someone writing could be like, what? But at the end of the day, tons of people write books that don't even write. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And also like when people their expectations for this book will be our authentic selves. It'll be our voices. I think if we got ghost writers, people would not be impressed with us.
No, exactly. No, I think I rocked it. I went straight to like, it starts off like very engaging.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. I'm in gym class and people are making fun of me. So I just feel like it like kind of like starts that way and it kind of gets people wanting more. And then I went straight, and then like it finished, the first chapter finishes, because it's like part A is before your weight loss. And then like kind of like my teenage whatevers, and we'll do the same for you.
Yeah.
And then after that is like until now, you know, and kind of just like, so we spend about 4 chapters on just us and who we are and how we kind of got out. And then there's like actual like chapters of advice, like the rules of a dieter, and it's all a dieter is in every title. You know what I mean?
Like it.
I think you'll love it. I think I did great.
Do you know what? Yeah. Sometimes I take a step back and have my beautiful life, and I'm like, thank God Josee has brought me along for the ride for this. And she has these dreams and they just keep coming true, everyone.
I'm just trying to put them out there. And I know that like, obviously saying like with imagine me saying to Jeff that I want to write a book en anglais while I'm writing. And that's funny. That's a funny idea to him. And I'm like, I've shown to you that I can do things, you know what I mean? And he's like, he's probably like, yeah, I think this is our way to like do touring with our book, and just like kind of like a signing. Like it doesn't have to be like these like big things. So we know if we have even an audience that's even interested in us in those cities. I think it's like, and there's not big expectations for big crowds.
I'm so ready.
And it's just to meet people, and you know what I mean?
Would you guys come to our book signings? Which city should we go to? This is a dream come true. I'm here for all of this.
Absolutely. I thought if this book can come out like by 2024, maybe, you know what I mean? That could be our thing next, because we did a documentary and it was such a good piece of content that I like. Anyways, if you're new to listening to us, just so you know, we did a full documentary that is hilarious and amazing. And it's an hour and a half, and it's about us eating Tim Hortons and just funness. So I love that piece of content, and I love that it's like still living, you know what I mean? And it's our message, and it's always there. So a book is the same, like that's like our way. And it's like, you can always send people to that, you know?
I know what you mean, because we create so much content every single day, and it's just like pump out content, but it almost gets like lost. Like it's like a couple days later and it's gone. And we really put our heart and soul into that documentary. And now it's a living, beautiful piece of content that we're so proud of that people can still watch.
Yeah. I don't know where people are finding the link to the documentary, but I wanted to tell you that it's like still selling daily. I still see, and I know they're not from around by their names that they sign up for the documentary. And that makes me happy. I'm like, they're definitely finding interest in that documentary or the link somewhere. I don't know from where. So that's always fun. And guys, it's everywhere. Like the link is everywhere. It's in our link tree, but what I love. Google. Yeah. Right. You Google it, and then it brings us to our website. So, and which is the first thing that you see on our website as well. But for me, it's mostly like they get to know us more. So that like makes me happy. Like it's all about like, it's not just like, oh yeah, they're buying our content. It's like, oh my God, okay, another person is going to know we exist and they're going to understand our message. Cause I love our documentary so much. I know, you know this. So I did that while we were flying. Okay. Next piece of things that have happened, you guys, while I was away.
Your Instagram fame. Like every time I look.
It's insane, actually.
It is actually insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of another human that deserves it more.
I love you so much.
So much content out there into the internet. You were literally made to be a content creator. Like you were made to be that. you love dancing, you love music, you have that visual, you're engaging. Like it's literally, you were meant for it. And I'm just watching it all happen and hoping some of the followers come my way after.
Absolutely. I also saw that the Your Weight Loss Instagram had grown as well. And I saw a Diary of an Honest Mom had talked about us in her story. So that was really cool of her to mention us.
Really kind of her. Yeah. I sent her a message to say thank you. And we really appreciate that shout out.
Yeah, no, she's great. But yeah, no, I mean, we definitely, content creating is a part of what we do, of course. I was like watching it and it was like going up, and it was going like hundreds a day. Now it's like 1,000, like yesterday I had over 1,000 new followers just in that day. And I was like, where are they coming from? Like, why is this happening? It always comes from like one or two different things, right? It's not just because you keep showing up. They're not looking at my stories. I'm like, I want us to follow this crazy person.
Yeah.
And then I realized that reel from 2 weeks ago, probably was getting so much attention. And I don't look at my notifications, but when I was looking at my notifications, all the likes were that they like, you see what they liked, and it was all my ass, basically. Like it was like just like all my pink bikini, and I'm like, okay,
there is a lot of your ass on the internet right now. A lot of your ass.
A lot of my ass. So I was like, what is happening? So I went to the reel, and then I saw like right now it almost has 20,000 likes. And it's interesting because on TikTok, it's totally different, you guys. Like when you post something on TikTok, it gets viral right away. There's no delay. There's no 2-week delay to a viral TikTok. It's like pretty much within the 48 hours that you posted it, it's either a hit or miss. Like it's either going to go really viral or not. You see it go up and up and up. This one, it was really popular. Remember we said that you were like, oh my God, it has a lot of shares at like over, I think right now it's like the Insight, is that what it's called?
It has 601,000 views, 21.7 thousand likes, 724 comments.
Oh, see, I looked at this morning, it only had 18,000 likes. So the fact that it's at 21,000, that's 3,000 likes in a few hours.
It's still doing its thing. And
yeah, that's how you know it's still alive. And I get followers because of that one reel. And I was really happy that that's a reel that got followers, because these are people that will like my content.
I know.
Our content.
Do you know what? I'm going to say that after we went to social media day, we really, really took the time to decide how we were going to fine tune what we put out on the internet. And, you know, body acceptance was such a big part of it. And other things too. And people are just super, super, super connecting to that content. And I'm just like super proud of us that we...
I am as well. And that's a great example to what we said about last podcast about applying. So when we went to social media day, we have to say none of the actual content that we got there was new to us or magical or like, oh, I'm going to try that. Nothing was said, hey, you're a weight loss girls, this is what you should do. They gave us content, and then we had to figure out how to apply it to our business, but also keep it authentic to who we are, our message, and to show up as we do. So, and that's why we're getting success right now, is because we talked about it, we figured that out, and then we figured out our own way. Not everyone out there that went to social media day that got the exact same conference as us did the same thing for their own business. You know, they did their own thing and they took out the knowledge that they needed to take out of it.
It's the same way, guys. You want a successful business. You want to get more followers on Instagram. You want to lose weight. You want to be successful in life. It is literally the exact same formula. You need to find a way to do it your way that is authentic to you.
And why? Because it's the only way that you will be consistent.
The only way. Also, how happy are we that you've embraced Reels?
We're very happy. And okay, I have to say that it's again, that social media day, there are a few things that were said that I held on to. I could have not listened. I could have been on my phone. I could have, and I just paid the ticket and I'm here. I was listening to her and Reels, and I also needed to change my perception of Reels.
Yeah.
And she gave good advice about filming outside of the app and saving and being able to be smart about your time, because we only have so much time. We're moms. We're like, there's other things to do than just create Reels. And I truly believe that when people are like, oh my God, like sometimes I create 5 reels a day, the reason why is because I have a formula, and also I don't overthink it. Some of them are like, oh, it could be better. I'm like, Josee, you don't have time to be better. You have time to be consistent right now and to show up. And like, no one notices the little thing that you are like, oh, you could have like stood more straight, or you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's that ridiculous.
It is. Yeah, no, that was really good advice. Okay, wait, I want to speak on this as well. Posting on Reels was a little bit out of Josee's comfort zone because she'd been so used to the platform of TikTok. And basically, like she said, she had some limiting beliefs about Reels, and it was out of her comfort zone. And I know you guys are like, I'm not a content creator. Why are you talking about this to me? Maybe you also want to lose weight. You need to get a little bit out of your comfort zone, and you need to take away some of those limiting beliefs about weight loss. Like it's literally the same thing.
And the first step for
delivering a package.
Ooh, the first thing, honestly, between that needed to happen was to take in that. So we took in content, we took in notes, and then we talked.
Yeah.
And then we were honest.
Yeah.
And we were also not willing to do things that did not align with making it as easy as possible on us, as simple as possible on us. And I said to Alicia, I was like, Leash, like when I need to do TikToks, I feel, bleh, I don't like it. And it was like, okay, why? So why do you feel that way? I said, I don't know like who I am on TikTok. Am I a mom? Am I a wife? Am I funny? Am I serious? Am I bitchy? Like, what am I? Because I wanted to make something that was authentic, but also got views. Like guys, we're trying to grow our business. Like we want exposure. We want people to see our shit. So we want to create stuff that aligns with our message, but also gets that impact. Like, holy man, people like that. So that's why I'm really happy. If there's one reel that I did, it could have been any reel. It could have been a freaking reel about Boston Red Sox, and I get all the Red Sox fans on my freaking as followers, you know, and then they don't get that content again, you know? So that's why sometimes like a reel or a TikTok goes viral, and it's not really your actual message. I mean, it is what it is. I went to a Red Sox game, but it's not like what my platform is about. So for me, and being comfortable with my cellulite and showing it, got good people, the people that we want on our feed or on our as followers. Okay. So that TikTok actually has reel, has 1,690 shares.
Wow.
Yeah. And 1,300 saves.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. And like, so that was interesting. Now I know that like it takes a while before, and also what is Instagram viral is not the same as TikTok viral. Like TikTok, well, that one's pretty, like it still has over 600,000 views. So that is viral on TikTok as well. But see what happens on TikTok most of the time is you do get new followers when you have a viral video, and it happened for the reel as well. So I guess it's just about showing my ass. People want to show they want me to show my ass.
More ass.
Okay. But I want to talk about the fact that this was the first time I ever got hate on Instagram.
Okay.
I've never gotten hate on Instagram. Instagram was like, so, and I was like, shit, I've never gotten hate on Instagram because I'm not Instagram famous, but we are TikTok viral. And so we've gotten so much hate.
When you grow your platform, you get more people, right? A video like that's been so widespread. A lot of people are seeing it that are not our followers, that are not our supporters. And when that happens, you get hate. Tell us about the hate.
Well, so it was obviously so I did another reel to like kind of just show off some of the hate that I got. That did you see it? You probably saw it this morning.
Yes.
Okay, so when I was on vacation, that's when I saw some of because I get notifications and I saw some of the comments. And obviously Jeff is not the person that I can like not talk about that, but he like does not give a flying F about any negativity on social media. Like he does not care what people think. Like it's funny because he cares more. Like I don't care if you think I'm I'm weird and I do funny things in public. He won't do that. But when it comes to internet, he like does not have time for that.
Also, like that world is so not his vibe at all. So it's just like not a conversation he wants to have.
Yeah, exactly. And then he felt like because I was bringing it up that maybe like it bothered me. And I'm like, it doesn't bother me. I'm still shocked that a human being took time to write that. And like, so the comment where someone said gross, like I looked and I thought like, you know, sometimes it's that person that has like a private account and like 2 followers, but it was literally like a dad with like a family Christmas picture and like likes to go fishing apparently. And like, I'm like, he took time of his day to write gross on my video. Like that was just shocking to me.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't, I know I'm not gross, right? I know that, but it like is like that. I didn't think that one human would think that I was gross, but apparently one human does. And it like, it's just that one human. And you're like, I thought it was a very much universal consensus that I'm not gross, you know? Do you know what I mean? How can there be one person that thinks I'm gross? I can't.
I love you so much right now in your level of honesty. You're right. You're right. I mean, that has occurred to me that not every human would think that I wasn't gross, but it's fine.
I'm not saying that every human on this planet thinks I'm the most gorgeous person ever and that I'm perfection. But the word gross is a little extreme. It's aggressive.
Do you know what? The fact that you got comments like that from people that aren't just like troll accounts shows you that we still need to push that content out there. And more people need to be like, this is my body. Like you literally, your body, you could pose in a certain way and post pictures in a certain way that the perception of your body, your current body right now would be quite literally, oh my God.
Absolutely.
Like 100% you could do that.
Well, I did that for years. That's how I posted my pictures.
And a lot of
everyone
people
was
are
like,
currently doing that. And if they show their real body, someone might comment gross, but those same people are on this pedestal on social media.
I know what you're saying. I like go out of my way to show the flaws because I know my strengths. Like, because I've done that. I've been that person.
Yeah.
Listen, and
this whole time we didn't know what we needed to put out there in the internet to get more followers. It was your ass. This whole time you've been sitting on it, literally sitting on it.
Oh my God, I love that. That's funny. One girl actually commented when I posted that reel. She sent me a message and was like, I think this is your thing. And I was like, wow, you're really listening. Because we had talked about at one point in a podcast that we don't know what our thing is. And we talked, maybe that was my breast.
Right.
Okay. So these were some of the comments where it's like, I feel bad for Jeff. That one got to me. That one got to me because it's like someone that follows enough to know that Jeff, that I have a husband named Jeff. Like that for me was like, that was the last comment, the last negative comment. I mean, there's a lot of comments. I think there's like 700. There maybe is 20. I didn't read all of them, but like I saw about 20 with my eyes that are negative towards my lifestyle or my choices or whatever. But like that one was the last one I saw last night. And I was like, that's it. I'm doing a reel about these comments. Like this is ridiculous. And I think that I'm just using these comments to create another reel that I hope is going to be viral. It's doing well so far because it's not even been 12 hours and it already has 12K views and a lot of comments. But it's the sharing and the save that makes it more popular. But for me, it was that one got to me because I was just like, that someone, I don't know. And it's like ridiculous. And I know that Jeff doesn't think that way, but it puts thoughts in your brain. You know what I mean?
I know, but then like I'm just reading through the post, then you get like, this is my body. You have just changed my whole life. You are beautiful. I want to be beautiful. I am beautiful. I've never seen or believed in my body. Like, because people see you as this beautiful human being, except for that one man that thinks you're gross that likes fishing.
Gross. I was like, you know what's gross? Fishing. I don't know.
But so for all of the hate, there's so much positivity.
I agree. So much positivity. And it brought a lot to people. And obviously I know that people followed me because they liked it and felt seen. So like, it's all good. That me doing that. And I actually asked Jeff, I'm like, okay, I'm going to walk in the corner. I'm going to take a slow-mo. He was so good to me. He was like, I'm like, okay, I need you. And you know how I take the time, like you saw that really nice picture of me in the alley. There was no one there. I'm like, hey, we're going to cross the road. We're going to go take a picture, whatever. He just like follows me.
You're so good for that.
I'm like, do it in the moment. It's like Cynthia, my new best friend at the game. She really wanted a nice picture because she was like, these seats are amazing. And her person, it's not her boyfriend, it's just a friend she brought, didn't want to take a picture. And that's how I became friends with her. I'm like, I'll take your picture. And she's like, oh no, you don't have to. I'm like, oh, you don't know. I'm actually really good. And you always need to take the time. You'll regret if you don't get it. She's like, I just like really want one nice picture with like a good filter. I'm like, girl, you don't need a filter, but we can do whatever makes you feel comfortable. And I'm like, we could do different, like we could do the thing is on the side. And we took the time in the stitch. She's like, is that embarrassing? I'm like, absolutely not. And even if it is, you got your picture, which is what you really want. Who cares what other people think? And she's like, I like you. And then we started, like, they had really good songs on. So we started to really like click. Okay. So I asked him to take that slow-mo, and I think I'm going to do anytime that I think that I'm wearing shorts, I'm going to do slow-mo. So I can like definitely do many things with like good songs. And, but honestly, it was just to say, let's stop let's stop these types of comments where we actually give advice. So let's talk about people that try to give me advice on fixing how I look with that reel.
I know.
Or even diagnosing me.
I know.
I've had a lot of diagnoses.
People don't, the concept that someone would look like that and not want to be fixed is mind-boggling for people.
Exactly. They're like, but why would you not want to be fixed? And I'm like, because I just like I can choose because I'm fine. I'm fine.
Also, these people that are like, oh, just get fixed are like that, like to get fixed is like that level of commitment is like next level.
Absolutely. And also, I did not ask to get fixed in that video. So it's
very
not like
clear you were not looking for a fix. Very clear.
Exactly. And so, I mean, the ones that there were like two types of advice. There's one guy, which I actually put the comment. And the reason why I put it, it was like, that's how you don't know anything is you don't work out though. Maybe start there. And I'm like, wow. So how do you know I don't work out? Did I say I don't work out? Do you even like, so for me, it's also just like, by one video commenting something that is about someone else's way of living that you don't even know how they live their life. Like I actually move my body every single day. Like, what are you, like, I'm a spin instructor. I work out every day. What are you talking about? So that's very interesting. But I got diagnosed with lipodema.
Yeah, I saw it.
And then I'm like, I'm pretty sure that when I went to go see a surgeon about my loose skin, that he would have been like, oh, you have, a certain thing if I had that. And also if I have that, then a lot of people have that then.
Also, if you have that, then what?
Okay. That was my next thing. Okay. So I'm like, and what does that diagnosis give me? So I want to talk about this with you. You're going to love this. So I was reading comments. One girl's like, oh my God, that's maybe what I have. Cause one girl diagnosed me. Okay. So then the other girl's like, oh my God, that might be what I have. She's like, oh my God, once I got my diagnosis, I was so relieved. Then the other girl asked, what happens once you have a diagnosis? And she's like, nothing happens. You just have a diagnosis. And I'm like, I don't need to run around with walk around with a diagnosis to feel better about my legs. These are my legs, whether a diagnosis or not. I think that people like to be diagnosed sometimes with something to make them, but there's no change. So I'd rather change my mindset around that.
It's like they're validating why they are that way. And I think, again, it's because we think that's not normal because of what we've seen for years on social media or in magazines, but that is normal. So it's like people need that validation that it's normal and that there's not something wrong with them.
Well, honestly, it made me feel worse for them to want to diagnose my legs. Like there was actually something that bad. I hate labels. I don't want to be diagnosed with something. You know how I am. And it made me feel worse seeing that diagnosis than just I'm normal. I'd rather be normal, that this is common, than have a diagnosis, to be honest. And obviously that became the little joke during the whole vacation. I'm like, just me walking around with my lipodystomia. I didn't even know the name. And then I'd be like, and I'd be like, your internet connection is unstable. Oh my God. Not acceptable. And then I was walking around and literally, Leash, I was like more aware. I wanted to undiagnose myself from this internet diagnosis. And I was looking around. I'm like, she has lipodema. She has lipodema. Oh, this girl has lipodema, because we all look the same. Like, I know what my legs look like, and we all have the same legs right now. So does everyone have lipodema? Then this is what we all have. Like, let's stop.
I mean,
like,
okay. It's a condition that causes excess fat to accumulate in the lower part of your body. Check.
Okay, cool. So, all right. I think the issue is not to be diagnosed with it. I think the issue is you need to accept that that's what, like, that's how my body looks. Like, I think I want to work on that instead of trying to get a diagnosis for it.
Yes.
You know, like, anyways, I do think that you're so right. We live in a society that is like, why would you want to stay this way? Like, for a lot of things.
Yeah. And then there's no magic to exercise, and liposuction is the.
No. Oh yes, exactly. And so what is that? You know, it's not stopping me from living my life.
List, yeah. Whereas on that list, accept your body, it's because that's how you're made.
Yes.
That's the treatment.
Yeah, exactly. And I just feel like we live in a society that's like really trying to fix so that you can look a certain way. Oh my God. Some people are like, oh my God, you're just full of excuses. You just don't want to, like, some people were really, most people backed me up alone. Like, on that, they're like, wow, this is a bit aggressive. Like, basically judging my lifestyle and being like, oh my God, someone said that people like me are the reasons why hospitals are full.
Stop.
Yeah. Because
Stop.
Because I choose not to exercise and I choose to be fat. Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
As intense as it is, the hate, the drama is just up in the views. All the comments, just keep them coming, guys.
And that's what I want to finish with. That reel that I made, and I'm not mad, I'm not whatever. I just felt like I wanted to create awareness around like what happens when a reel goes viral. Yes. And so it can do multiple things. I'm not trying to bring back the negative. It can make another reel viral. Good for me. And it's my people that are going to follow me. So perfect. It will also show, because I have young people that follow me. Like we go out, and young people, like 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds that follow me. And I want them to know that we get hate too, but we're like, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. Like, you don't have to, like, that happens to us, you know? Because I think some of them see us like, oh my God, you guys are like famous or whatever. Like, we get those comments from people around here sometimes. And I just like want them to see, like, we get that. And like, they might get that at one point, and I want them to have the same attitude that I have.
I think it's really important. You're so much more vulnerable when you're younger like that. Yeah. You're so much more vulnerable to stuff like that. So if they can see us old ladies with it and
exactly. Exactly. So I think I don't, like, obviously all of my reels are always positive and fun, but I was like, okay, this one, I want to bring that message to the table, because I don't bring that message. I don't do any negativity on my platforms. And this is not, but the thing was, there's many messages. Don't comment on people's friggin' shit. So if someone saw it and is like, oh, I'm that person, maybe I'll stop that. Also, oh, she gets hate too. So if I get hate, I don't have to make it a thing. Like, I don't have to like feel bad about myself. And also might get another reel that gives me more views. I mean, it was
the way that you responded was amazing and very powerful. It wasn't like you talking, like, that never goes well, or you feeling upset. Like that was a very, like, literally shoulders back, head up, powerful way to respond to the negativity.
Yeah, exactly.
For all of it.
Oh, I love you so much right now. Okay, well, everyone. So this is going to be about Josee's Insta fame. We're going to do like this. Jeff thinks that I'm ridiculous about the blue tick, but I'm like, the blue tick is a thing, Jeff. It's like my goal of life.
About the blue tick. We're still a ways away from the blue tick.
No. No, he thinks I'm ridiculous that I want a blue tick.
Oh, no.
Not that I think I have. No. I'm so very far away from the blue tick, very far away. And I know that, but he thinks I'm ridiculous for thinking that it's a thing, that it's like a thing that makes a difference. I'm like, it does make a difference. Your account is verified and people will be like, oh, I want to follow. The minute you have a blue tick, I follow more people that have blue ticks that don't have blue ticks.
Absolutely. It's a thing.
Okay. Thank you, Alicia. I needed you.
It's coming. Just like the book. Yeah. What will happen first?
The book. Listen, I think
you keep putting your ass on the internet and who knows.
I'm trying to think of other ways. Do I just like repeat it? I mean, don't fuck up the formula is what I think. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. Namaste.
I can't believe you even know that word.
I don't know what it means. Okay. We love you. We appreciate you. Tell everyone about this podcast. This was fun. And hopefully, you know what, that how we show up on social media, we know we make such a difference. And so that's why we will never stop for the haters, but it is sometimes important to talk about that. We do have that so we can help you stay positive through it all. Cause honestly, that's how we do it. And we're just not giving any time and energy into that other than if it gives us more content and more reels and more views. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Bonjour, Nilo. Yeah.